Write and solve ratios. So today we're going to define ratio. Ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. It can be expressed as A to B, A colon B, A divided by B, and B is not equal to 0, because if B is equal to 0, then we can't divide. There's no such thing as division by 0. All right, so let's look at a word problem here. It says 30 girls tried out for the basketball team, which had 12 positions open. What is the ratio of girls to open positions? So the number of girls was 30, and the number of open positions was 12. So we're going to go 30 over 12. We can make this an equivalent ratio by reducing. So we can divide both of these by 6. And our final ratio would be 30 divided by 6, which is 5, and 12 divided by 6, which is 2. So our ratio is 5 to 2. It can also be written as 5 to 2, or 5 colon 2, okay? Or again, 5 divided by 2. Okay, second problem. It says the ratio of the measures of three angles of a triangle are 4 to 6 to 8. Find the measures of the angles of the triangle. Okay, we have to remember that there's a common ratio. So it'd be 4 times x plus 6 times x plus 8 times x. And we know that all three angles in a triangle adds up to 180. So we're going to make an equation. So 4 times some common ratio plus 6 times some common ratio plus 8 times some common value is going to equal 180. So let's add up those values together. 4 and 6 is 10, and 8 more is 18. So that common value has to be x will equal 10. Okay? Then we can find the three angles. So we're going to go 4x, which would be 4 times 10, or 40. 6x will be 6 times 10, which will be 60. And then 8 times x, or 8 times 10, which would be 80. If I look at all the sum is 180. All right, let's look at the back side. Okay, solve each proportion. So this is 2/3 is equal to x over 24. So we want to solve for x. So 2 over 3 is equal to x over 24. To solve proportion, we usually multiply the extremes by the means. So our extremes are going to be the smaller numbers and the larger number in the proportion. So 2 times 24 is 48. And that will equal 3 times x. These are the means. Okay, we'll divide now by 3 to get x by itself. So x will equal 48 divided by 3, which is 16. Let's look at the next problem. We have x divided by 5 is equal to 28 divided by 100. Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and multiply. So we're going to cross x times 100 is 100x. And that will equal 5 times 28. And that'll be 140. Then we're going to divide by 100. And so we'll get x to equal 140 divided by 100, which is 1.4. Our last problem is x minus 3 divided by 3 is equal to 5 divided by 8. Right, we have to be careful here because 8 is multiplied by x minus 3. And that will equal the other cross multiplication of 3 times 5, 15. Okay, we have to distribute here. 8 times x is 8x, and 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, now we have to solve for x, so we're going to add 24 first. And 8x will equal 39. And then we're going to divide by 8. So x will equal 39/8. All right, let's look at our last problem here. It's another word problem. It says Ella is baking cupcakes for the basketball bake sale. The recipe calls for 2 eggs per 12 cupcakes. The per tells us we have a ratio. She wants to make a total of 108 cupcakes. How many eggs will she need? All right, so we need 2 eggs for every 12 cupcakes. So when we make the other ratio, we want to make sure we have the number of eggs on the top, and we want the total number of cupcakes on the bottom. So whenever you make this ratio. You want to match the eggs with the eggs and the cupcakes with the cupcakes. All right, then we just do the cross multiplication like we did before. So 12 times x is 12x, and 2 times 108 would be 216. Okay, then we're going to divide both sides by 12. And 216 divided by 12 will be 18. So we'll need a total of 18 eggs. All right, if that works out okay for you, then we're going to do page 460. We're going to do 2 through 36 even and number 50.